What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I hear some type of echo. What's up, Tone G? So, definitely wanted to come and give a reaction to this to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's video in their song that they did together. Per my title, I have to say that you already know where I'm coming from with this. When I listened to the lyrics to her rap, to their rap, I was turned off, immediately turned off, annoyed. And let me just tell you why. Because of the nature of the song. Me personally, and this is all based on my opinion. I'm not saying Cardi B is the worst person in the world. That's not what I'm saying. Actually, when I sat, and I will play some of the Breakfast Club interview. When I watched her interview, she did several interviews. One with Beat One. She did one with Breakfast Club. She did one with somebody else. I can't think of his name at the second. She was definitely showing me somebody who maybe had matured. I can see that she calmed down a bit in her personality. I could see growth in her, like maybe her motherhood helped her, her marriage helped her, life helped her. I think that social media helped. Think that the criticism helped. I think that also the congratulations, the applause that she got helped. I think all of that helped Cardi B to develop, and we're all gonna grow anyway. So in some areas, I will say I noticed that with her. And what's up, K Baby? What's up, Kim Collins? Yeah, I noticed that she has matured in a lot of ways. There's a lot of things that Cardi says that I actually do agree with. Also, there's times when she talks that I want to listen. You know, I am like edge to seat, and I'm listening to what she's saying, because she's not, Cardi is really not a stupid person to me. I think she does have knowledge of things. I think she has instinct. She knows things. I just don't agree with the nature of the beast. Okay? It was really weird because that night, the video played the other night. After that, 12 midnight, I went and watched, of course, I watched my radios live. Spend the time, enjoyed the live. After that, it was about 4 in the morning, I went to sleep. It was crazy because there's a scene in Cardi and Meg's video. There's a scene in WAP where she got snakes on her, as a matter of fact. There's a scene where here she has snakes. They have snakes all over the room, all crawling over them. I went to sleep, and it was strange. I had this dream, and I am a dreamer, guys. I dream things. Sometimes I have dreams that do come to pass. Other times, symbolism in dreams come to pass. Things in the dreams have meanings. So I dreamed of snakes. This snake was chasing me around in this house. And it was really not a normal, it wasn't a regular, just so happened dream. This dream was strange, where this one snake was following me, was actually chasing me. I ended up shooting it and blasting it everywhere. There were pieces everywhere, all over the place. So I did conquer it, whatever that was. What do you think about when you think about snakes? Snakes is a symbolic, it's a sexy symbolism. There's sexual symbolism with snakes, especially when it comes to women. It's an exotic, and what is it? An amphibian or a reptile? It's an exotic beast. Okay, and I know the symbolism originally from the Bible: the serpent, Garden of Eden, temptation, seduction, knowledge, power. Knowing things, knowing seduction, knowing how to seduce. How do you gain power from it? So there was definitely something weird with that. There was this other video, before I move on, that I was watching, and one of the callers on this video, he called into this show, this live, talked about his dream that he had nights before Cardi and Megan's video WAP came out. of three snakes. This person was saying it was three snakes. And they gave the color black, white, and I believe yellow. That directly, and even Impressive, actually. Impressive, who has a YouTube channel, also has a blog, talked about the symbolism in this video. How she didn't like it. She didn't like the feel of it. She didn't like what was being displayed and the intentions behind it. All of that together, it just drew me into a conclusion where, for one, the music industry is evil and wicked, and it has a direct impact, absolutely, on the economy, on our situation. It definitely contributes to the downfall of society. So yeah, just giving you a brief summary of that. So the neighborhood talk posted something that meant something to me. But from this guy or girl, there's no picture. Montana of 300, and this was before that video came out. Things like this quote here, it actually sticks with me because I highly agree with it. And this is what it says: women who have an OnlyFans will never find a true king who genuinely likes or loves you. You are automatically disqualified. A queen carries herself as such at all times, already moving that way before she met her king. Act like a peasant for the public, and kings will treat you that way. Cardi talked about how she wanted to do an OnlyFans, like she was going to do an OnlyFans, and she also confirmed it on one of our interviews. She's definitely going to do that. Yes, the song was trash, David, absolutely. She's definitely gonna do an OnlyFans, according to her. That's her business. Look, like I said, all of this is basically my opinion. I'm not. Hey, my opinion means nothing to her millions of fans and supporters. And to be honest, look, girl, get your money. Do what you do. Get paid. My problem with her is she is sending this message to kids, sending this message to men, to women. The first thing I thought about when I heard wet a punani, I'm trying to be clean as possible, is trichomonias, is STDs, is yeast infection, and that might sting the ear, but listen, I always been like that. I never liked the idea of wet stuff down there like that. That's just me though. I'm not saying that my opinion is based on your opinion or how you feel, but I don't like things like that. I did have some early sex education. I was involved a lot with the community as a child, and we were taught about all STDs. We was taught that. So my nature and where I come from, you just getting the education of the signs, the symptoms of something being wrong. It already shaped me as a child. So when I hear things like that, immediately I'm thinking, that means you screwing too many men. That means that you got an STD, or that you ain't clean down there. If you walking and you just wet, if you are laughing and bam, gush, like things like that. It just immediately puts me in the mindset of something's wrong. I know it's a song. I'm aware of her purpose. She talks about how she puts out what people want to hear, period. And that's true. People want to hear anything that defies God. People want to hear anything that's rebellious, anything that goes against the grain. So to move on, my problem, again, with Cardi B and her nature and what she does, is the message that she portrays. 1 second, y'all. All right, so I want to read from Wikipedia. But before I read from Wikipedia, I want to play with this this woman. I don't know if she's a congresswoman or what, but I saw on Instagram. Let me see something. Let me find it. I saw on Instagram Lorraine. What's her name? Deanna Lorraine posted something about this WAP song about Cardi B. So let's check that out. Let me see. Bear with me, y'all. Trying to keep it moving. All right, this is what I saw. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk too. This says Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion just set the entire female gender back by 100 years with their disgusting and vile WAP song. Okay. Let me bring this down a little bit. Okay. Hey, at I am Cardi B. I got a message for you and your disgusting WAP. Listen up, you useless woman. Women are worth more than you think. Perhaps that's why you can't keep Offset loyal. Now my reading acting skills, okay, but absolutely agree with her. Absolutely agree with her. And let's just see real quick what these people. One person said this. And shout out, this is T Serve Code, not Neighborhood Talk this time. So shout out to T Serve Code. T Serve Code caption: Deanne Lorraine decided to come for Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, Offset, and black women who have had abortions and who live in a single parent home. That's how T Serve Code took it. When we hear, as black people, when we hear other races of people speak to us about black issues, it immediately stings. So my advice is close your eyes and open your ear when you listen. Because the message that I got from this is already how I felt anyway. So I would be lying if I said she has no right to say that and she's attacking women with abortions, and absolutely not. But let's listen to this quick clip here.
And remember, too, that 85% of children born in African American families are born in homes without fathers, grow up without fathers. And yet Cardi B and all of these junk women are promoting unsafe sex. Why? Okay, so that they can either have an abortion or grow up with an unwed father. Are you kidding me? And, ladies, this is the thing. And then we've got, by the way, Oprah Winfrey, who has the gall to say that all of black people's problems come from white people and white supremacy. Okay. But she doesn't look at people like Cardi B who are just infecting the black culture with this depravity. If you're a woman, it's okay to cook for a man. Maybe you should learn to cook, actually. I'm Italian. Okay. I'm Italian and Spanish, where we are. So we cook for men. We cook for everyone because it's a good thing to do. Maybe you should learn to toast a piece of bread or something, ladies. It's not that bad. Don't just use your vagina, use your mind. Use your heart, actually cook, and remember too, that 85% of children born in African American families are born in homes without fathers, grow up without fathers. And yet Cardi B and all of these junk women are promoting unsafe sex. Why? Okay, so that they can either have an abortion or grow up with an unwed father. Are you kidding me? And, ladies.
Okay, and how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? So, what did she lie? Did she lie? Let's take a look at some statistics, and I did find this. I find that Wikipedia, although sometimes they are questionable with their information, they give you a general scope, and it's easy for me to understand this. You can go back and research it on your own. Go to the different sites, the different references, and research it. It says here, African American family structure. The family structure of African Americans has long been a matter of national public policy interest. A 1965 report by Daniel Patrick Moynihan, known as the Moynihan Report, examined that the link between black poverty and family structure. Examined the link between black poverty and family structure. It hypothesized that the destruction of the black nuclear family, and the nuclear family, what that means is oh no, I didn't want to go there. I just want to hover. Okay. So, all right. It says a family group consisting of two parents and their children, one or more. So, again, a nuclear family is a family group consisting of two parents and their kids. Okay, back to this. It hypothesized the destruction of the black nuclear family structure would hinder further progress towards economic and political equality. How do y'all feel about that? When Moynihan wrote in 1965 on the coming destruction of the black family, the out-of-wedlock birth rate was 25% among blacks back in 1965. 25%. In 1991, 68%. Okay? In 2011, 72%. So you can see the growth. And I'm not blaming this on Cardi B. Obviously, she wasn't even born at that time. So that's not the point yet. In 2015, 77% of black babies were born to unmarried mothers. Okay? So the list, it keeps growing as the years go. Unfortunately, in the black community, the point is that the nuclear family structure is declining. We have more single parent homes, which definitely contributes to depraved poverty and economic status for black people. So I like Dr. Clark Anderson, I believe his name is, and he goes on to Dr. Boyce Watkins' channel a lot. He has his own channel. He's been involved in politics ever since Dr. Martin Luther King. He's been really involved. He has a book, I believe it's called Powernomics. I would like to read it, but he talks about it. He talks about how there's a direct link between poverty and economic poverty and power. So we are looking for, in this movement of Black Lives Matter, we are looking for fairness and just. We're looking for equality. He talks about how we won't get it with the march. What we will need to do is we need to be an independent democracy as black people, have our own leaders, and I love what he says, have our own leaders. We need to weed out the people that want the black on black crime folks. We need to get rid of them. We need to cut them off, okay? We need leaders. We need our own leader. We need to have people that can get guns so that they can protect our families. We need to build our own educational systems. We need our own economic power. We need our own. And I like how he put that. You have to check him out to really get the meat and potatoes of it. Definitely has a direct link to poverty. When you talk about single parent homes, you're talking about a parent having to do 3 jobs at once while putting their kid in school, while paying the electric bill, buying food, buying clothes, buying school supplies, gas money, or bus fare. There is a problem in our country when it comes to our economy directly associated with blacks. What does that have to do with Cardi B? Well, before she was born, that had nothing to do with her. But the reason I don't like the music is because it's a direct effect on the youth, the mentality of the youth. People that listen to people like Cardi, people that listen to Megan, people that watch these Instagram females and men, these rappers and everything, they're in these are young people. These are young children that look up and idolize these people, up to adults, even in their 20s. The scientists say that the human brain is shaped by 3 years old. How true is that? I don't know. They're the scientists. By 3 years old, you already have formed your complete brain. And the Bible talks about training a child in the way that they should go. Child. So that it will not depart from them. So when you impact kids at a younger age, that is what they are going to remember and how they're going to go about in their daily lives. Her music talking about wet a punani and just all the other lyrics which I will go into, definitely has a direct effect of teen pregnancy. It also contributes to teen pregnancy, single parent homes, STDs, early death, rebellion in the homes, and single parents, young girls that get pregnant don't want to take care of their kids. Young boys that knock these girls up that leave their families. In 2006, Daily Mail printed rap music blamed for teen pregnancy. And of course, this was before Cardi, so she's not the reason for this. She currently contributes to this problem with her music. Rap stars are encouraging early sexual activity among teenagers by promoting a degrading view of women, research shows. The malign world of gangster rap. Psychologists said their findings from a 3-year study presented a worrying picture of how popular music affected the attitudes of boys and girls to have sex. Rap music and hip-hop, with their particular emphasis on sex and demeaning depictions of women, were blamed for encouraging early sexual behavior, leading to the spread of disease in underage pregnancies. You hear that? Now, I love rap, okay? I love rap. Tupac, Biggie, Salt and Pepper. Back when Lil Kim came out, Lil Kim, Eve, DMX, I'm not Kanye West. I'm not naming half of them that I like. Half of them. XXX, like real artists that put out real good songs. Talented. But this says leading to the spread of disease in underage pregnancies. Well, when you're talking about his pull out game weak, which is a lyric in that song WAP, that's what Lorraine was saying. Deanne Lorraine, that's what she was saying, that you're encouraging unsafe sex. So people to get offended because the woman's color is not black, before you even listen to the message, lets me know that you are not even open. You're not even open. I actually agree with what she was saying. It did sting, but at the end of the day, a wise person increases in wisdom. They increase in wisdom. So if it's something wise, it does not matter who it comes from. Now, Kanye, there's one thing Kanye said I did not agree with. He says he does not take advice from people less successful than him in one of his songs. I never agree with that. Anybody with wisdom can bless you. They say this. They say you can what they say, you can buy a man a fish, something like that, but you can teach a man to fish. Whatever, you all know the saying. So you can get wisdom from a homeless guy. You can get wisdom from anywhere. The point is, the types of music that's played today has a direct link to the problem that we have today. Kids are quitting school. They don't want to get education. That all goes with self-esteem. When you have education, knowledge is power. When you have education, you speak different, you walk different. You are more confident and you know who you are. Knowledge is power. You have more power. But when you quit school and you don't go back, or you don't better yourself in some other way, or read or educate yourself, you limit your own self-esteem. And where do? You end up in those predicaments where possibly pregnant before you intended, which many women are pregnant before they intended. It's not to say that everyone who gets pregnant is bad. No, pregnancy is beautiful. So don't get me wrong. I'm just contributing to the conversation. I'm just saying that the music today has a direct link to the poverty, to the problem in this world. In my spiritual vibe thinking, I feel like the pandemic came because of all the sin in the world, because of all the wrong in the world, the rebellion, the seduction, the lust, the greed. I believe that brought on the pandemic. And God controls the pandemic, so God brought that pandemic on the land. And I believe that people that promote sexual videos and sexual lyrics and wetness and all of that stuff, that's a direct effect and link to sicknesses. It is. Okay, so moving along, I'm not going to read any more of that article. I just wanted to bring some facts, talk about that. And thank everybody who joined the chat. I know there's a lot of fans of Cardi B. Honestly, I loved Cardi B when she was in Love and Hip Hop. I was really happy for Cardi B. I didn't like what she did when she threw that heel at the girl. I lost touch with her. Okay, she lost favor with me because of her personality. It's some things that you just don't do. I wasn't raised that way. A lot of black people wasn't raised that way. A lot of Latino people wasn't raised that way. I don't know what this girl is. I don't know where this girl is. This is different than what I'm used to. Silent Productions, thank you so much. Silence Productions says also with today's music, it's because we let certain folk in and profit off of our culture. They run the music industry, therefore pushing this on our community, using our music as a weapon. Silent Productions, I totally thank you for saying that because I agree 100%. That's my point too. When I go into this Breakfast Club interview, I'm gonna play little clips of it. We let what not them? Yeah, we. I want to say they. Okay, but we let them into the culture. When I say them, I'm referring to people that don't keep up the standards of the culture. Why, Charlemagne? Why? Who else can I think of? Who these other man, I don't know. I want to say Ebro, but Ebro, it's certain. What's his name? Daddy. I can't think of the guy's name. I see his face. But many rap entrepreneurs that had blogs or that you have to go through when you an artist, you have to freestyle for. They allow her to come in and not freestyle. Her lyrics are whack. They cover for her. They protect her from criticism. But they'll tear down Nicki. They'll tear down. They'll tear down anyone other than their own people, which is crazy, you know. So I hate that it always has. When I talk about Cardi, I gotta talk about Nicki, but they, it is what it is. They're rivals. They're rivals in this industry. That's how they came in. She came against Nicki when she came in. She made people believe that Nicki was not willing to help her and didn't want was nasty with her and she was just off put by Nicki, but she exposed that to the world. So yeah, I agree with you. Anyway, I do. So now I want to do this. I want to play some of this clip of the Breakfast Club interview. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I don't know, it's not mine, but I'm for purposes of education and review. I'm going to play some of it. And just listen to Cardi B's growth. Like the way I see her growing as I pull this up, I see her as a woman just mature. Maybe Belcalis is the maturing, is maturing. All right, so let me turn it off real quick. All right, so go to YouTube. And I'm not gonna play this.
I already got a lot of explanation to do
ready. This thing gets on my nerves, y'all. All right, hold up, y'all. So yeah, cause this is not gonna be a long live. All right, so it's an ad playing at this second. It's some things that I do want to point out with this interview. It keeps playing an ad every time. My fault, y'all. This is so frustrating. I don't know how people can deal with this stuff all the time. All right, hold on, y'all. All right, ready? And just listen so that y'all can call in a few and talk about it. Oh, that ain't what I meant to do. Alrighty. Here I come. You gotta switch everything back and forth. Alright. And I'm gonna skip through this like I was saying.
Cardi B!
Hey!
Barty!
There we
How are
go.
you, Barty?
I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on today.
How you been quarantining?
I've been quarantining good, adjusting to everything, adjusting to the California life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you been in Cali? I thought you were in Atlanta. I thought I just seen a big ass house you just bought in Atlanta.
Well, when the world shut down and everything, we was already in LA and we was just so scared like to travel. First of all, Atlanta to me,
What?
It's what?
I don't know. Atlanta to me is just, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my place for me. It don't have the speed for me.
Oh, it's too slow.
It's too laid
You a
back.
Bronx girl. You know all the craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. So you need to be someplace a little bit more hectic.
Yeah, a little bit more. And then like my job is more over here, more and everything. So, I just been trying to hang over here in California.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been enjoying watching all your pictures of Culture looking all fly.
Yes, she's so fun. She's fun, but she's bad. But she's cute.
And you've been looking fly too during this whole pandemic. How is it like every day, being able to get up, get dressed? Because I know me, I've been wearing like t-shirts and pajama pants every day, but you've been super fly.
That's a lot. It's all a lie. It's all for the gram. I be looking good, like literally like 40%, and then the 60%. Trust me, I know there gotta be some paparazzi pictures where I look straight like shit because I just don't be giving a damn sometimes.
Now, Barty, did the pandemic, did this affect your creative process in any way when it came to working on the new album?
It kind of I actually focused more because I was able at a point to just be in the studio every single day, and like there was just nothing to do but think and sit down and think.
So this is what I want to say. Why is there this echo in this mic? The question Charlamagne asked, and notice Charlamagne's disposition is different than before. I didn't like him before. After this George Floyd and Black Lives Matter, after what happened to Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor, everybody changed. People stopped playing so much. People stopped disrespecting black people so much. People got sick and tired of it. So Charlamagne's disposition to me is different, and I hope it stays that way. I noticed everybody else was excited to hear from Cardi. I noticed that Charlamagne, he not. He wants to get to. It looks to me like he's been watching how she's been moving, and he has been really analyzing her. She has not had a song out in 9 months. This has been her first song. She's a new artist. She had one album which did so great, and I'm not gonna lie, her album was good. I liked her album. I don't like that she did not. I want a writer, because like Simon Production said, this in our culture, as a rapper, you're supposed to write. Like, why else are you here? What's rap about? Writing lyrics to music, making it flow. So yeah, his disposition is laid back. He asks her about her creative process during the pandemic. I didn't like her answer. Listen, I don't like her answer, and I'll tell you why in a second.
Sometimes I be in the studio and I just be like, well, I can only be here for 2 more hours, and then I gotta go, and then like you're just rushing. And throughout the whole pandemic, I had no place to be but the studio. But then sometimes I just got a little bit sad. This shit was sad, man.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
Hey, Bobby.
Sad because of everything that's going on in the world, or what?
I mean, like I feel like the first month, but this how I felt. Like the first month of the quarantine and everything, like the first week, it was fun. It was watching Netflix, walking all day or everything. But then family members, they just start getting sick, and then you start getting worried. Then I sent my kid to New York because people around me was getting sick, and I'm like, you know what? I just want to let it be safe and everything. And then you have, friends and family losing jobs, not knowing what they want to do, everything slowing down, just your whole life slowing down. And then I was stuck here in LA, just me and my husband and everything. And then it was raining a lot, so it just looked sad. It just looked
depressed.
But you know what? You were good though, because you always talk about you never get time for yourself. You never sit down. You're always on the road. You're always doing shows. But this was the time where you had to do nothing but sit your ass down. This is the time where you relax.
Yeah, but it was like super, super, super sit down. Like I was like, oh shit. Like it's like if you take a nap over here and you woke up after 7 p.m. like that.
Okay, and so what I also noticed, and yes, Tanisha, that's true. Nicki Minaj music is sexualized. I don't say over sexualized, but you said it's over sexualized. Sometimes it is, and I also thought about that too. I love Nicki, and I will never speak against Nicki. Because I love Nicki, for one. For two, she's a sister like me. We go through enough hell. But putting that to the back burner and looking at it from an unbiased position, I thought about Nicki. And I have to be fair. I I have to be fair. I have to just, it's the same way like with R. Kelly, like all the things he's going through. I love R. Kelly, but I gotta be unbiased. I can't let him slide if he's doing something wrong. I can't do that. I don't care if 1 million people do it. If he's wrong, he needs to be held accountable. The same way with Nicki, I do understand what you're saying. I feel that I want to see the new Nicki as a mother. I want to see what Nicki, her lyrics are so good to me. I've always been a fan of Nicki. She's very sexualized, absolutely, but Nicki is not talking about, I don't see all that talking about some of the things that Cardi talks about. And this is just my opinion. If Nicki does, I don't necessarily agree with that either, because the message is what you telling these kids. So I gotta also be honest, and I'm glad you brought that up because you helped me to be unbiased. So yeah, so I'm gonna skip some. Let me see where I'm gonna go with this, because she's gonna let's see. All right, so I'll let it play a little bit more before I skip.
I said you cannot even get McDonald's. You couldn't get everything was super duper close. Like, god damn, it was just
Now, what about financially? What about financially? Did it fuck your money up a little bit?
Hell yeah, it fucked a lot of money up, Lord. I know that the money's there, but it's like, oh, get to it, but I can't get to it.
And I think part of that is because what's going on with her right now with her money. If y'all haven't heard, there's some legal things going on with her. She's being sued right now by her old management, people that brought her out on Love and Hip Hop, the people I believe that have something to do, and I could be wrong with this, people that have something to do with Bodak Yellow, the guy that was on that show with her producer or whatever. She have legal issues where they're suing her. And then she has quality control issues where she has this 360 deal. She can't get to her money right now because of the legal problem she has being sued. So I think she's not going to go into all that. But there is money issues that Cardi B's involved in. Cardi B right now is in LA. She's also going to talk about that. She's in LA. Didn't she just buy a house in Atlanta? Didn't she just show everybody how beautiful that mansion was she has in Atlanta? So she does have some issues that she's not going to directly talk about, and she shouldn't. That's her personal business. That's not for everybody. Offset is in Atlanta, she said, but she's in LA. She said she brought her whole family to LA.
It's just you can't, like, it's like, god damn. All I could think about is like, damn, I could have this, and that.
Mm-hmm. I'm asking you to make a donation right now before the official FEC deadline.
Okay, so now I'm gonna get to the rest so that I can get through this. Because this is an ad, I didn't mean to pause it. I meant to mute it. At point, let's see, 3341. Charlamagne asked about the big house, which is what I was just talking about. The house in Atlanta, and this again is, let's see, it's at. It don't matter that they talking. 3341. So I'm gonna slide down to the timestamp. Let's start it this way.
In that big ass house?
Well,
that house is huge.
Offset is over there. You just can't even do. I know what's going on. Like, everything is literally on pause. Everything that I signed into is on pause because the pandemic.
Didn't y'all had just bought a house, right? Where was that house at? That's in Atlanta or Cali?
It's in Atlanta.
So what? Y'all not living in that big ass house?
Well,
that house is huge.
Offset is over there now, but like I said, we was in California we adjusted to California due to the pandemic, and even before the pandemic, I wasn't really out there because I was traveling much. We was also waiting for like fences and everything, permits to get fences, all that stuff. We gotta make it nice and comfortable first. Like,
So she's been over there before the pandemic. She has. And the pandemic shutdown was in March. I'm questioning what's going on in her relationship. I think there is issues. There definitely are issues right now between her and Offset. And this is just my feelings. I do believe that Cardi B is probably not as deeply into that marriage like she initially was, and that's my opinion, and I could be wrong. I know that when a man cheat on a woman, when that woman loves that man, she puts him on a pedestal, and he does that, he breaks her heart. That love is not going to ever come back. That you might be with that person, but that love is gone. If it's nothing that can take your heart out of a man, is when he breaks your heart. That is the one thing that will take away that love. So it's important to not be unfaithful. Be upfront and be honest. Be honest. Even if it hurts someone's feelings. Look, I got to take a step away from this relationship. Or look, I'm having issues with you. You're not listening to me. And I'm questioning my commitment to you. Before you step away and step out on somebody, I think it's very important. Because what happens with a woman, you think you got her like that, but you don't. You know, she could be out the door. Cardi is in LA. That is big. You got a new house. You got a husband, and you not living with him every night, sleeping in the bed with him. That says a lot about how she feels about him. Absolutely.
You want to make it safe. You want to make sure it's safe.
Yeah, super safe. Especially because, let me not talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it.
Because what?
People is crazy. Just know people is
crazy. Atlanta's crazy. Atlanta's crazy. They hop your fence, run up in your crib. Atlanta's crazy.
LA too.
LA too.
Not us, because all the time, even out here, out there, we do not play. We got security, real security, armed security all the time. Trust me, I be getting some crazy ass death threats on social media, like crazy.
And I don't like that, and that's not cool. To not like her because of Cardi B is an artist. Belcalis is her real name. People get so attached to these people that they start threatening them because they don't like them as an artist. You don't even know this woman, really. We know the persona. I have an idea, an opinion of this person, but I don't know her. But people to go out as far as give her death threats, although she do threats all the time online. She was just making a threat to somebody saying that she was going to have them beat up she know where their mother lived, and she will send somebody to beat them up. And that's not the first time she's done that. So I'm not going to jump. Don't be feeling sorry for her either. Don't do it, because she does that online. And she's currently, right now, in the system, going to court for being involved with having somebody beat up. So, yeah, Cardi, you can't make the same threats that you saying you out here telling people that they threatening you. You can't expect us to feel some type of sympathy for that, because you initiate those threats yourself to people all day, every day.
Y'all wouldn't even know. Like, it's too much. I always think, especially after that Pop Smoke thing, stuff. It really have a lot of rappers thinking and being more safer.
Yeah. No pressure, Cardi, but the single's out now. When is there an album coming? You know, I know everybody's pressuring you about music, but I just want to know, is there any sort of plan?
You know, I'm always gearing up, like always for an album and everything. I have a lot of songs. I still feel like I need more songs. And then after, even when I feel like it's finished, like I still gotta think, like, when is a good time to put an album? Like, it's like I want to go on tour.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
I want to do interviews face to face with people. Like, this is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is so weird.
I do think that's a good point. I think she has a brain. She's thinking about things, and I like to listen to Cardi sometimes, because she's not nonsense all the time. This person in front of me is maturing. This person is maturing. I still don't like the taste and flavor of her music. I don't. There's some songs I like, I think she does. She knows how to make you dance. She knows how to. I was gonna say ride a beat, but even the way she her flow in songs is not even impressionable to me. But it's something she knows. She knows how to get it hype. She knows how to get it hype. But I do think that's smart. Right now during the pandemic, when can you go on tour? You can't really go on tour. She says people are not really buying, or they're going to buy albums right now because of their money problems. Things like that makes a lot of sense to me. Now I'm going to go to 8 real fast because it was something Charlamagne asked her. Let's start here.
For Joe Biden, like it is what it is.
He's asking about Joe Biden.
How important is it for you to see him have a black woman as his running mate, his vice president?
I think it's important, period. Just because I feel like, well, you know, now skin folk, whatever you say. But I always felt like is a black woman, she represents like for example, right? Like my husband's mom, right? She always tell it how it is.
Stop
She's
it.
Extremely.
Cut. Now, like I said, there are some family issues. Let me tell you something. The black mom, we don't train our kids. How can I say this? Like the way she raps and what she talks about all that sex stuff and all the stripper stuff and prostitute things and use your vagina cussing and just all the language she used. I already know Offset's mom is not with that. Instead of her saying my mother-in-law, she said, she's paused, Offset's mom. They got issues, I'm telling you.
Intelligent. She's a Delta and everything. She is really involved in her community. And when she don't like some shit, she will tell you. When she feels some shit, she's gonna make sure that like you're voting, that you're out there. And like they're out here. They're out here in our communities and everything. And I feel like that's what you need. People need a mama.
That's right. A black, exactly.
People need a mama. Like people need to tell you like, yo, this ain't it. And they the ones that always tell you like, this ain't it. Listen, you wrong. I don't care what you thinking. I don't think what it is. You think what it is. It ain't.
Yeah,
People need that.
let me tell you, Offset mom is like a mama. I had to deal with Offset's mom when I had to do the car show. When I had to get
what I don't like is that they don't go into anything with her. I feel this way before we get ready to move on from this video. I feel like in when it comes to black people, specifically, particularly women, black women, these interviewers, they go harder on black women. They don't respect, or they don't. Megan said they don't protect black women. I get what she's saying, but what I'm saying is they let her slide with a lot. They protect her from a lot of questions, a lot of answers, her responses. How do they do that? They'll ask her something. They'll ask her another question to take the attention and change the subject, or make light of it. And instead of focusing in on it, which I can understand that, but just have that same energy and treatment when it comes to somebody else. They don't hold no punches for us. So why do you not do that? That's the dumb shit that I don't like. I don't like that. You talk about Black Lives Matter, but y'all don't black men and sometimes and women too, you harder on us. And you went through our struggle. Black women, you wasn't raised to talk about wet ass pussy. You would get knocked out for saying something like that. But you promote that with her. But you praise her, and you don't even raise your kids like that. It's just a hypocrisy. I guess that's it. That's what I'm trying to say. So I want to get into the last part, 48. When they was talking about Charlamagne asked about Offset's other kids. Let's see.
Oh my God, I hope my daughter don't talk back like this to me. I think I will smack her mouth off. Like, please, Lord Jesus Christ.
Okay, let me rewind that because Charlamagne asked her a question.
I just feel like I just have like a better understanding for moms, and now I respect moms more and I hate bad moms more.
I agree.
So yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I have calmed down more just because like it's like I have to think, right? Like it's like I have to always think, like it's like, is this shit worth me fucking up my career and fucking up a bag for my kids? No, I'm gonna just pray on it and I'm gonna take a nap. So I think.
What you mean? What do you gotta pray on?
Sometimes I get evil thoughts.
like what? What's the last evil thought you had, Barty?
I have a case.
Okay, you're right.
Right. She have a case.
Cardi, what kind of daughter were you? Like, with your mom, were you a good kid or were you a nightmare?
I just always thought that I was like slick, and I just be like, now that I'm a mom, I'd be like, yo, I hope my daughter don't even try to tell me these fucking lies. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to sneak out and shit. I used to jump my backyard fucking fence and all this bullshit. Like, just, Lord. And then like sometimes when I used to talk back and everything, I'd be like, oh my God, I hope my daughter don't talk back like this to me. I think I would smack her mouth off. Like, please, Lord Jesus Christ, God no. Mm-hmm. I hope she's different than me.
Well, she will be because her environment's gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? She's not raised in the hood of the Bronx. You know, you provide. She's gonna be privileged in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also don't want her to be like one of them weird celebrity kids and shit. Because some of these celebrity kids are weird. Mm-hmm. Like I still want her to be like me. I want her to be funny and chill. Understand and just be chill. But I want to be like perfect at everything. I feel bad because I'm put a lot of pressure on her, but it's for the best. Like soon as the world is back open, she's gonna be taking every single type of class.
Mm-hmm. You know what's interesting about you, Barty, is that people think you live all your life via social media, but you keep a lot of things private, like your relationship with Offset's other kids. Like, how do you know what to show and what not to show?
Those are my babies. I love them so much. And they love my baby so much. And they just so cute together. I love them. But like, you know, I've seen comments sometimes. Like I have seen comments sometimes. Like it's like, oh, Cardi, like she never show her kids. She always want Culture to be the one. And it's like, that's not true. I don't show Offset's kids on my social media because I never really asked their moms.
Well, why don't you?
Like, I never asked their moms. Like, I don't have a
relationship with
I don't have
moms.
problems with them, but I don't have like a, you know, like a friendship with them. And I never asked them like, hey, can I put your kids on my social media, this and that? And I don't ever want to like disrespect them because you just never know if they're going to like that or not. And I don't want to bring that type of problem. I don't want to bring that type of.
So that's my thing, okay? Why don't you though? I'm not to be malice, but why not? Why not? Why not? Because I was one of the people that asked, why not? Why don't you? Because the reason is, you know, Shia LaMour is currently suing Offset for more child support. During this pandemic, of course, they had to quarantine. You can't go out and you can't, you know, we in quarantine, bam, especially in the earlier months. But there were problems there. Shia LaMour was suing Offset for more money. And what I was noticing was, or Offset was throwing money to strippers. Or Cardi B at one point for his birthday gave him, I think it was $500,000 to go spend on strippers. It was in a refrigerator. He actually looked like he cried. He gave that to strippers. Money to strippers. While he's being sued for designer clothes, there was claims that he did not pay off these designers. During the time that Shia LaMour, who is the mother of Offset's first daughter, was suing him for more money. He was spending money on strippers. He was buying Culture things and showing it on social media. So of course the people are going to look at that, especially women, and say, how could you, first of all, Offset, how you out here doing this with your money and exploiting and exploring and doing all those things, spending quality time with Culture, even prior to the pandemic. But you have another daughter that is on social media as well. You have another baby mother that's on social media with her daughter, with your daughter. It just looked bad, and it just gave people an open space to judge and ask questions. They cut with stream. Can y'all still hear me? It just looked bad, and it just gave people an open space to judge and ask questions. They cut with stream. Okay, I just cut the video, guys. I cut that off, if that's what you're talking about. I didn't want to play the whole Breakfast Club interview. I don't know what's going on. I could still see him live, but it's weird. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so I'm just going to continue a little bit because I think there was something wrong with the stream here. But to sum it all up, okay, let me get to the lyrics. Let me go to the lyrics. Let's see, of WAP. Because that's what the video is about. I said something strong about her. I had a strong opinion, so let me back it up. All right. Here's some lyrics. So here are the lyrics to WAP. Let's see. Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. All right, that's the little sample part, which there was a DJ that came out and said that he used that sample years ago and gave it to some producers. It's a sample, and not to get into that right now. Let's get to the verse. Beat it up, nigga. Catch a charge. What do y'all feel about that part? Catch a charge. Now, so we dealing with a lot of people on my channel know me for R. Kelly. When we talking about these men that are accused of rape, this is a direct link again to why I don't like the type of lyrics that Cardi B promotes. And any of these girls on Instagram that shows their ass, keeps their ass out, that promotes getting surgery and all that type of jazz, is because we have these men that are around these people who end up catching charges, and it's easier for them to be accused of and convicted of sexual assault because of the type of message that's being pushed into the world. So beat it up, nigga, catch a charge, extra large and extra hard. How do you think Offset's mom feels about these lyrics? How do you think Offset's mom feels about her? Put this punani right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I want to ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Do you not think that women and girls are going to think this is how you do it to keep a man? Yes, that's what they're going to think. Women and kids, little girls, are going to think that this is the way to keep a man interested in you, is your sex game. This punani wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play, I'll wear a disguise. That's not bad. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Don't like that verse. Whack.com. I don't like that verse. Make it cream, make me scream. Out in public, make a scene. I don't cook, I don't clean. But let me tell you how I got this ring. You know, she does have a ring. How do y'all feel? She does have a ring. People would say cooking and cleaning is the way to a man's heart. But in this day and age, where people have lowered standards in the culture and made it okay to repeat these lyrics, these types of words, even though these women that's repeating these lyrics, they don't even do that. They don't say that. They don't live their lives like that. You know, they don't live their lives reckless or overly sexual, but they promote it, so they are part of the issue as well. I don't know what happened to the stream, y'all, but what I'm going to do, if anyone wants to call in, maybe 5-minute call, just for a minute, I'm going to put on the number, and if y'all want to call. If not, I'm going to just go ahead and wrap it up. Let's see here. Let's put this on. Hey, Jihad. So if y'all want to call in and talk about anything for just like 5 minutes, call in. The number is on the screen. 856-537-8679. If the phone hangs up, it's been having issues, okay? When you call. Well, call in, Arlene. I would like to hear you. The number is on the screen, 856-537-8679. And I want to thank everybody for joining in on the live in the conversation. Please hit the like button, and you can go ahead if you want to subscribe if you have not. We got a call. Okay. You're on the
Call
air. What's your name? Oh.
Jihad Mahadi.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press
How
2.
I do this? It's different today. Hey, Jihad.
Hello?
Hey, Jihad,
Hey,
what
what's
you
up
think?
with you?
What's going on?
Hey, I'm taking it easy. I see I probably caught you at the end of this thing, though.
That's all right. Tell me what you think about all this. Her song and then
I
Megan Thee
ain't catch
Stallion. Well, what do you think? Have you
Oh.
heard the WAP?
Nah, I've been seeing it on, different little previews on YouTube, but I ain't even, I ain't been studying it. You feel me?
Right.
So what's the topic you talking about? I caught you at the end. I just seen you going live, and I just called in.
So let me ask you this. Let's
Yeah.
just talk about the lyrics real quick. What do you think, as
Oh.
far as you being a man, I want to know your opinion. Does this turn you on? Let's see the lyrics. Does that turn you on? Some of the lyrics say, beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this punani right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card.
Oh, man. Sounds like she's looking for a trick. It sounds like she's looking for a cent to pay for it. It don't turn me on. You feel me?
That's what I want to know. And I know you're going to keep it real. So.
Oh, yeah. You know I'm going to do that.
Right.
But as far as that, it's just promotion of promiscuity. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. It's nothing romantic about it. It's nothing sensual about it. It's just filthy. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it as a man. You know what I'm saying? As a man, if you want a thought, you're gonna get the thought. And if she's promoting that, if it's sexual, it's consensual, it is what it is. But is that something I would look at as a woman saying that out of her mouth as a high value woman, a high value individual? Nah, I never take her seriously. I could never take that seriously.
Do you have any daughters?
Definitely.
How do you feel about your daughters listening to this?
Well, a couple years ago, my daughter, she's 13 at the moment, and for a while I wouldn't play no trap music around her for years. No matter what's going on at her auntie house with her TTs or with her mama, when I had her, I wouldn't play it. So one day I played it just to see what she's gonna say, and she was like, "This is about 2 years ago." She's like, "Daddy, I didn't know you listen to this music." I said, "Yeah, I listen to this ignorant shit all the time. I listen to this ignorant shit all the time." I said, "What do you feel about it? How do you feel about that man talking? If a man was saying that to you, would that make you feel beautiful? Would that make you feel cherished?" And she said, "No, sir." I said, "Okay, so do not get this misconstrued. This is only entertainment. This isn't how you should feel like you're being viewed. If right now at the age you are, you feel like it doesn't make you feel good. So do not get this misconstrued, what you see on the media, what you see on Love and Hip Hop. This is not love. This is not what life is. This is for purely this fuckery that you're listening to, that you're hearing me play right now. It's fuckery, it's foolishness, and it's clown talk. It's only for entertainment.
Right.
Do not get that misconstrued.
I think it's important too that you continue to show her all the things that's worth something to a good catch. Cause music like this, it does lead one to believe that, like she says, the pussy is wet. Now I want to know what you think about this as a man, and I want honesty. When you hear a woman say her pussy is wet, come take a dive. I want to know, what does that do? What does that make you think about and all?
I mean, instantly I put her in the thought zone. Now, am I gonna come out and say, "Oh, you in the thought zone"? No. In my mind, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I already know what's happening." You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I already know what's happening. And then in the dating scenario, it's women that are like that, but just might not say that. But it doesn't mean she's not a thought too. You feel me?
Do you know that? Go ahead. Do you know that?
I mean,
wet vagina can also be a symptom of a woman that has sex with too many men, and bacteria and yeast infections, and even trichomoniasis STDs. That's a symptom of when your vagina is wet like that. Do you know that?
Yeah. I mean, so a woman just saying her vagina's wet like that all the time. Mm-hmm. I've been raised with women and men. So the first thing in my mind is like, why is that? And don't get it wrong, certain women, the exception. All the time, though, like, okay, what the fuck is going on down there? That's my first thought. Like, what's going on down there? And I don't know what this misconception is that women thinking that instantly makes, your coochie good just because it's wet. That don't mean nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. Okay. So what? It's wet. So what? But if I can fit 3 fingers in it, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
If it's wet, if I can fit 3 fingers, what does that mean? It's just really distasteful.
Right.
You feel me?
Yes.
It's really distasteful. Am I guilty to going in the booty club in the South? I would go, of course. But do I look at that woman as a value to me? Hell no. Hell no. It's only entertainment. Mm-hmm. It's only entertainment. And it's a reflection. It's a reflection of the American Black society when you look at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a complete reflection of how a majority of women are starting to feel. How women were tricked into believing that liberation is being sexual. Right. That liberation movement wasn't meant for the Black woman. That feminist mind frame of sexualizing yourself, that was a Caucasian movement that Black women adopted. You see what I'm saying? And to me, it's just filthy.
It turns my stomach, to be honest. It always had. Before Cardi B even came to the scene, I always was turned off by that. Even as a young girl, woman, that you're a man. I understand. Men are men. God created men to
definitely
do what it do in the morning. Do what it do. Like I appreciate God for what he did. So I mean, I understand that, and I know that Cardi B, she plays on men, their minds, their lusts. So you know, she was a stripper. She knows how to use her words. She knows what to say. But I like to make sure that men know that. Be careful with that, because that's a symptom of something. No one should be walking around wet all the time. That it's a symptom, especially if it smells
at all. Some guys don't care. Some guys don't care. I done been at work. And guys talk foul about a woman. Man, she was thick as hell. She's fat as hell. But I got it. It was sting. I'm like, what you do?
Ew.
Man, fuck it. I kept hitting it. I'm like, what?
Stupid.
I mean, it's you know, it's just foul altogether.
Stupid,
you feel me?
Because
but
they don't realize that you could be giving yourself a disease.
People don't care.
It should not be stink.
People don't.
They don't.
People don't care no more. I mean, it's a reflection. No, people don't care. People don't.
True.
What other group of people make music like this?
Exactly.
Would you as a black woman, right?
No,
you
I don't. I won't. I know how to keep it classy. Like you can say, I don't mind saying a little bit of something seductive, but I just have an issue. It turns my stomach. You know,
but it's with who it's in that arena when you with someone in an intimate setting. Whatever you guys say to each other,
personal, it
doesn't matter. You feel me? But like you said, it's that word classy and being distasteful these days is the new thing. It ain't. I mean, the booty club, the strip club ain't nothing new. My great uncles told me when they was back in Vietnam, coming back from Vietnam, they was going to the club. You see what I'm saying? But was women making songs saying that? No. Prostitution was higher in the 70s and 60s and 50s. It was higher than it is now. You'll wake up. My granddaddy will tell me, you go down to the grocery store, you see prostitutes everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But was the society, was women, Aretha Franklin, were they saying things like that? No. You see what I'm saying? So in this digital age, promiscuity and filthiness has over trumped class.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your thoughts on everything, Jihad. You always bring
Oh, no problem.
Thank you.
No problem. Hey, I appreciate you letting me in.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to let somebody else
before
I get ready to go to work. All right.
All right.
Right. So, absolutely. And I wanted to hear what Jihad had to say because he is a man. And I know as a woman, I just don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. Very distasteful, Lolly. Very. Even when I think about the Latina community, they don't do that. They don't do that. Obviously, this one, she been rough and rebellious all her life, like she said. They are, Marsha. They trash. And what do y'all women, what do y'all feel about that line, that wet ass punani stuff? How do you, I really want to have that conversation. How do you really feel about that? I know that's a term that came out several years ago, and it was a way to draw a man into you. But that's what the lady, the Deanna Lorraine lady, the Congress lady, was saying. I'm going to play that again real quick because she said that about Cardi B. You talk about having a wet vagina, like use your mind to get attraction from a man. Use your brain, use your heart. I don't agree with it. I just don't. All right, so I'm going to play this again. It's just a real fast clip, real quick clip of what Deanna Lorraine was saying. Let's see. She said, T-Surf Code posted this. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion just set the entire female gender back by 100 years with their disgusting and vile song, WAP. She said, hey, I am Cardi B. I've got a message for you and your disgusting WAP. Listen up, you useless woman. Why do you think she said useless? Women are worth more than you think. Perhaps that's why you can't keep Offset loyal. And this is the video.
And remember, too, that 85% of children born in African American families are born in homes without fathers, grow up without fathers. And yet, Cardi B and all of these junk women are promoting unsafe sex. Why? Okay, so that they can either have an abortion or grow up with an unwed father. Are you kidding me? Ladies, this is the thing. And then we've got, by the way, Oprah Winfrey, who has the gall to say that all of Black people's problems come from white people and white supremacy. Okay. But she doesn't look at people like Cardi B, who are just infecting the Black culture with this depravity. If you're a woman, it's okay to cook for a man. Maybe you should learn to cook, actually. I'm Italian. Okay. I'm Italian and Spanish, where we are. So we cook for men. We cook for everyone because it's a good thing to do. Maybe you should learn to toast a piece of bread or something, ladies. It's not that bad. Don't just use your vagina. Use your mind. Use your heart. Actually cook. Bring a... And remember, too.
So how do y'all think? What do y'all think about that one? Do you agree with that? I do. I agree. People don't, like I was saying, because she's Italian or Spanish or whatever she said, she's both, to a Black woman, for another woman that outside of her race to tell her about Black issues. You got a white woman telling me about a Black issue. As a Black woman, I automatically am turned off. But sometimes we have to close our eyes and open our ears because you want wisdom. You want to increase in wisdom and understanding. Sometimes wisdom will come from the person that you don't expect or probably don't want to hear it from. Because no, she did not lie about that. She's absolutely correct. And I read statistics earlier. Absolutely, the two-parent home is low in the Black community. Teen pregnancies and even adult pregnancies outside of marriage, dropouts, and all of this stuff, it just definitely has a link to stuff like this, to wet ass pussy. I don't know what happened to the call. It dropped. So yeah, what do y'all feel? Adam says, I agree with her. Lolly says, I agree too. And Adam says, the way to a man's heart is a woman's femininity and virtue. And that's coming from a man. And the thing with Cardi, the reason why I continue to call her trash and I don't feel bad is because that's what she chooses to be. You choosing that. You know better. You know what you're saying. You have a daughter now. She doesn't want her daughter, she said, to be like her, but yet she continues to play this type of music. She probably quotes it around the house. The daughter knows who her mother is. She watched her mom. So what are you really teaching her? And that, again, I don't feel bad. I don't, because it's a choice. Megan Thee Stallion, I ain't get on her yet. Megan, to me, when I watched her interview, she wasn't really interested in Cardi. She wasn't really interested in anything that was going on. Some say it's probably because of her issue she just had with Tory Lanez. I personally think that the criticism people gave her because she just did a song with Nicki, all up in Nicki's face, and they rivalries, she probably felt uncomfortable because she wants to please the Barbs, who is this fan group. I'm a Barb, you might as well say. That's what they would call me. I just am a fan of Nicki's music. It's a big band, a large fan base, and have a whole lot of impact on the industry. She don't want to get that heat. Lolly says, we saw her sell herself for a record deal on Love and Hip Hop. She's sending the wrong message. This is why I don't allow her or Meg's music to play in my home. I don't play their music either. I don't have an interest in it. Bring something to me that's enriching me. I might listen to it. But something like that I don't, first of all, I'm disgusted by it. The visual of it's nasty. This girl don't grow. She don't grow mentally as an artist. But y'all, I'm about to get ready to go. I truly appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for the donation. My Cash App is $spicytopics. If y'all do want to donate. If you don't, fine. Thank you for what you did. Silent Productions and everyone, Jihad, for calling. I truly appreciate y'all for listening to the conversation. We just got to keep teaching the young people, keep teaching y'all kids and family members that value don't come from what's between your legs. Actually, that devalues you. Give a man head over and over again, a boyfriend, and see how he starts to disrespect you, because he keeps telling you, like Jihad said, he already know what you are. You a thought, but he not going to tell you. I mean, I don't know how many times this got to be said. This is a contribution to poverty in the black community. It's a contribution because when women carry this message, just notice, just watch Instagram, watch everything, social media, reality, society, now that she put this song out. See how pictures and images start displaying of sex. See how these followers, like, in my opinion, people like Mulatto. I don't even know her. I don't know her enough. Maybe I need to listen to her music, but she was also in that video. Just notice how this gonna make them want to be more sexual, more sexual, and how that's gonna impact things. They are lowering the standards, as Silent Production said. Lowering the standards. The culture is letting this happen. They giving it away to other people that don't deserve it. If you a rapper, you should be writing. What the hell is a rapper then? You write. So yeah, y'all, I thank y'all so much. Again, I'm about to roll. Y'all have a blessed day till we come back again. I would appreciate y'all so much for coming out. Spicy Topics.